Colors are very powerful things. They have very important meanings. Blue is usually the color of relaxation. McDonald's is yellow, and yellow is known as the color of happiness. Red is usually a very passionate color of love or anger. And because of that, we know this, colors can be used in any kind of medium. But what's the point of colors if we use them too much? Here it's shown where colors are used though, like the McDonald's passionate, with McDonald's passionate red with yellow because happy, makes you want to go eat. Because you think McDonald's is a cheap place. I can get my food cheaper for there instead of going to maybe Burger King or Taco Bell, even though they may or may not be healthier, like Subway. We don't know. We can't really say. For example, logos. They all have different colors. They mean and represent different things. And because of that, we could say colors are have very important meaning. And here's a better example of colors having its various meanings. But say you're reading a book. You read the book, you're passionate about it, and you just love it to death, but then you keep it just bothers you, that one word. You don't know why it's there, and it has no relevance to the book. I remember I was talking about Sabrina with this. We were talking about a book we were talking about questions we had to do for our literature class, and our literature class was just like, why was this chair blue? Or why was this curtain blue? I'm not entirely sure what the question was. But it had nothing to do with the book. You could read through the book, you could read through the series, or whatever it is. That blue something had nothing to do with the book. It was just there being useless. So, what do we do about a situation like that? With colors, with its so many meanings, why are we putting in these books, why are we putting words that have no meaning to it? It just distracts the reader. It makes you think, why is that there? So what do we do about issues that deal with colors, and how do we fix this? Well, it starts with us. We want to read good books, and some of us might want to be writers, some of us might be journalists. I don't know what your plans are, but I know one thing, we all have to write, and we want to get straight to the point. Admittedly, writers may want to go for the emotion, but what's the point of adding a blue chair if it has nothing to do with the story? So what do we, some good examples of this. 50 Shades of Grey. You think of it as what 50 Shades of Grey is about, which is an adult-themed book filled with a lot of R-rated themes, per se, easy. But you only remember, you may not realize 50 Shades of Grey, the actual meaning of gray, as in the lines of words blurred. It's easier to explain it like that instead of using gray, which is a good example of when they use color in adult fictional books. Harry Potter. It's an excellent book of series. I do not know many people who've actually read the whole series. I know a few. I mean, by a few, I mean about everyone I've talked to and asked, only 2 people have ever read the full series. That might just be on my half, but I tried reading it, and I used to love reading. I would read 6, 7 books per day because I would just do nothing but read all day, and I couldn't get past the 3rd book because there were just so many useless details. And in Edgar Allan Poe, another book I had to do for my Brit Lit class. You may have read this, you may have not. All I remember is this book was kind of messed up. All I remember was there was some sort of incest going on, but you had to kind of read about it, and it was confusing. Everything, and admittedly, this language was from a few decades ago, so you're like, I don't really understand it, but it's just like, what's going on? I remember one of the questions was, why does Poe use this word repeatedly? And all it was to do a mood. But you don't remember that. It's not something that grabs onto you a lot of times. Colors were meant to grab onto you, to feel a reason, to feel a purpose. And if colors have such a purpose, what do we do with that? We fix it. And it starts with us. It starts with you. It starts with you learning to recognize this, speaking up, going up and saying, hey, that doesn't make sense. Why would you add that? Some of us might be editors too, or our friend asked us to read this story. Because I know my friend asked me to read her story a lot. She asked, hey, does this sound good? Can I give you this to read? Would you like to read this? Would you buy this as a book? we should not just dismiss the blue chair, saying, "Oh, it's just a useless detail." What if someone wanted to read? What if that was the reason they stopped reading? And as we all know, reading is very important to our college education. And what if we stopped it because of something as simple as colors? Because of that, we make the first step. It's a long process, obviously. But we make the first step. We say, hey, that doesn't make sense. Why would we put that blue chair in a room when it has no purpose or it serves no actual reason? It makes us better people. It makes us happier. It makes us happier. It makes us think, well, we want to read more. We don't want to stop. So why would you want to stop? Thank you.